got it. How you gon' survive if I leave full of hoes? The pounds, the tons, the white, the keys. Can't nobody tell me I ain't living like a G.
Peace, yo. What's the word, man? You already know how it's going down. You know what it is, and you definitely know who it is, man. It's your main man, your dog, your guy, your G, hood and all that. And you are now rocking with me on another episode of Hip Hop or Hood, where we discuss everything hip hop. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for your boy, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So check this out, man. Yesterday, Nasty Nas, Esco, Godson, Nas dropped his new album, Magic 3, the third installment to the Magic album series that he's been dropping right now. If you're anything like me, you're probably knocking it right now, trying to figure out what's your favorite joint. You're trying to get a feel for the album, and you're just bumping it. You know what I mean? Like every other lover of hip-hop is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, before I even go any further into this video and say what I'm really going to say and give you guys my opinion, I just want to state one thing. I don't want what I'm saying to get misconstrued in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I have to say that because it's a lot of Nas stands out there that will take anything you say and twist it and run with it if you're not heaping his praise the way that they feel you should be. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's keep in mind, music is subjective. Everything is opinionated, and everyone's entitled to have their own opinion. A lot of people take in music different ways, and that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to think the same about music. They're not going to feel certain music the same, and that's okay. You know what I mean? So with that said, let me get into this. Firstly, this is my personal opinion. So far, I think that Magic 3 is better than Part 2. I don't think it's better than Part 1, but it is better than 2. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a good album. You know, it's real dope. But to me, I've heard Nas say so many incredible things in his career, the whole time that I've been a fan of him, that now at this point, nothing that he says could wow me anymore. I haven't heard him, say anything that wowed me in a while. And that's not to take anything from him because he's 50 years old and he's been in the game for 25 plus years. He has classic albums. He contributed so much to the game, and he's a staple in hip hop. You know what I mean? I'm just stating my personal opinion. Like I said, he done said so much crazy shit as far as lyrics go in his prime that, like, at this stage of his career, like I said, I haven't heard anything that like really wowed me to be like, oh, it's crazy. He just said that. Like, how you gonna say that? You know what I mean? But nonetheless, the album is dope. And I have a few favorite joints off the album, and I'm going to get into those, right? One, Jodeci Member. Jodeci Member is dope. That's a dope joint. You know what I mean? I listened to that a few times. I had to run that back like at least 3 times. Pretty Young Girl is a dope joint. I listened to that a few times. I Love This Feeling is super dope. I ran that back probably like 3 or 4 times also. You know, it's a lot of good vibe joints on this album. I really love what him and Hit Boy have as far as, they have like a great chemistry, right? I spoke on this before when when I gave the review for Magic 2. The chemistry that they have is awesome. He found that one producer that has production that complements his voice. So it's like amazing what they're doing right now. And it can't be, what's the right word? I'm not going to say taken for granted, but you definitely have to commend them too for what they're doing, especially, with the consistency that Nas is doing it in. You know what I mean? He's dropped 6 albums in a 2-year time span? That's ridiculous. Sitting with My Thoughts is super duper dope. Just, that joint makes you sit down and think. And after listening to this album, you see that in all actuality, Nas is always going to be a top tier lyricist. He's never going to be like one of those rappers that you hear and be like, man, he fell all the way off. He can't spit no more. He don't got no balls no more. Nas is never going to be that. He's always going to have lyrics. He's always going to say some witty stuff. He's always going to be one of the brilliant minds of hip-hop. He's always going to be creative. And he's always going to be able to flow and glide on a beat. That's just him. Like, you have to accept that. He's never going to be one of them wash rappers that can't rhyme on beat no more, none of that type of stuff. You feel me? So all in all, like I said, I think this album is a good album. It's better than Part 2, but not better than Magic 1. That's my personal opinion. It has a lot of feel-good joints. As far as production goes, I give the production in its totality I give it a B. Again, it's only been out for 1 day, so I'm not really like going to be like, yo, this is what it is. It's etched in stone, because we have a tendency of doing that nowadays. An album will drop and people are, try to go crazy with it and be like, oh, this is a classic or this is that. Nah, you got to sit with an album for at least a week before you can really come to a conclusion of what it is. So I'm going to sit with this album for a few more days. I'm going to bump it for a few more days. I'm going to knock it. I'm going to play it back and forth. And I'm going to speak to you guys again about it. But like I said, as far as right now, my favorite joints are Jodeci, Remember, Pretty Young Girl, I Love This Feeling, and Sitting With My Thoughts. He has a joint with Lil Wayne on there, and I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really particularly crazy about that specific beat that he used for that collaboration. So, once I heard it, I wasn't too crazy about it. Now, a lot of Nas fans are probably going to kill me, for saying this, but I'm just being honest. I got to be real, man. Anytime you hear me give an opinion or give my opinion, I'm going to keep it a rack with you. I think, Weezy kind of ate him on that joint. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bullshit you. He ate him up on that joint. But I wasn't really feeling that joint anyway. But to be 1,000 with you, Weezy got the best of him on that. And that's not to take nothing away from Esco, because Esco is Esco. And all in all, Weezy can't fuck with him. But on that track right there, yeah, I gotta be real, man. So be mad at me if you're gonna be mad. But if you haven't checked out the album yet, go check it out, man. Shout to Nas. He's incredible. He just turned 50, man. He had a party yesterday. All the elite hip-hop artists were there. They were in attendance. Posted a lot of dope pictures on his Instagram. 50 years old and still spitting like this and dropping at this level. Man, he's top 5 for a reason. You feel me? And I'm ultra glad, and I feel pleasured to be able to exist in a time where we're getting all this music from Nas. You know what I mean? I feel great to be able to say, like, listen, I didn't heard Nas at every level of his career. I heard him when he was young. I heard him, in the middle of his prime. I heard him when he got a little older, and I heard him when he was 50 years old. So it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to Nas, man. What he's doing is dope, and I'm looking forward to new music from him after this album. But for right now, we're going to bump this album, and we're going to take it in, and we're going to appreciate Nas and his music, all right? Let me know what you guys think about this album, man. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Click the link in the description box of this video. Check out my mixtape, Remember the Name Part 2. And until next time, peace.